That's right.
They kicked you out. They asked you for.
Well, no,
how many
actually,
forms of
no.
ID?
No, well, they asked me 3 times for my identification, but see, I'm president. I don't have any. I don't have an identification. I don't have a bank card. I don't have a social security card. I don't have.
Did you have to fill out one of those federal forms for employment?
Actually, I had to fill out an I-9 form, which proves that I'm not an illegal alien. And once I'd fill out the I-9 form, and that had been verified by the Secret Service, then they began to back off, and they were still very skeptical. They're still very skeptical at this very moment. I don't think they're fully convinced that I'm the president. But I don't think that they have much to go on, because there's no other president that's showing up. You know what I mean? That's showing up.
Because no one else is in the Oval Office, Oval Orifice?
That's right. It's an empty room. And so
after 5 o'clock at least.
Are you repainting those rooms to try to cleanse the White House a little?
Well, we've done that, and I tell you, one of the biggest changes we made at the White House is the rose garden. We dug up all the roses, and now we're planting all yellow roses. And we're going to have some really good barbecues in that Oval Office, in the White House garden.
Are you going to have like sea cow barbecues or what?
Sea cow? You mean manatee? And I see you've latched on to my manatee initiative, and that is to eat the manatee, because if you'll notice that there's no endangered species.
More tasty.
Well, they are delicious.
Than the manatee.
Well, they taste like steak.
What about caribou? Right? Are they like steak? Like they're nice Argentinian, prime. Is that what little caribous are up there in Alaska? Do they taste that way?
They're more like chicken.
Oh.
No, the manatee tastes like steak. All right.
Once you get past all that blubber.
Yeah. Actually, it's very meaty meat. All right. They call them sea cows. Sea cows. Yeah, baby. And so they're delicious. And the Floridians actually almost hunted them to extinction because they tasted so good.
I see.
And so, if you think about it, there's no animals that are extinct or nearly extinct that are commercially raised and eaten in great quantities by people. Cows. I mean, when's the last time you knew of that cows were about to be extinct? Just doesn't happen. Alligators were nearly extinct, but then we started to commercially raise them, and now you can find them in a restaurant.
So they have alligator farms where you
I tell you what, alligator bites are good. So manatee is the next.
Manatee burger?
Manatee burger is delicious. I haven't actually had one. Buffaloes. Remember the buffalo? Buffalo is nearly hunted to extinction.
They used to have these bison burgers.
Bison burgers, they still do. They're delicious. They were nearly extinct. But now you can go get a bison burger, and it's delicious. So let's do it with the manatee as well. And let's open the phone lines. I'll tell you what's a good time to open the phone lines.
Mr. President,
a good time
you'd like to take calls right now.
If you want to take a shot at the president, call in the studio.
Area code 202-797-1280. Give us a call.
If there are any other nearly extinct animals out there that you think would be delicious, please give us a call, because we'll start a program here in Washington to eat them and save them from extinction.
Mr. President, I heard something about your new program for curing hunger in Washington, D.C., in the Capitol.
That's right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Very proud of that.
I was really impressed with
and,
this.
that inspiration came to me when I was down at the Tidal Basin last week. We got all these cherry trees in Washington. We got 3,000 cherry trees that the Japanese gave us a long time ago. They gave us about 3,000 cherry trees, and in my time in Washington, I've done research, and at no time can I found in the history of these cherry trees, or my time in Washington, have these cherry trees ever been harvested.
I think during
these
World
cherry
War
trees-
II they started chopping some down because the Japanese were.
I believe you're incorrect, sir. I think that was George Washington. I think it was George Washington that chopped down the first cherry tree in this country.
Got that C in history. I'm really sorry.
But, so these cherry trees are there. There's 3,000 of them. They're blooming all over Washington. They're in full bloom right now. And I don't think they've ever been harvested. Cherries, I tell you what, just like if you come up with cherries, what do you make? Cherry pie. So we got a lot of cherry pie to make. Let's harvest those cherries that are on those cherry trees. And let's save some people. Let's feed the homeless. And let's
Jesus, thank you.
Let's use our natural resources for the homeless, for the disadvantaged of this country. Let's eat those cherries. Eat the cherries, okay? You ever eaten a cherry?
We're gonna take a
It's
break.
a delicious thing.
We're gonna take a break and come right
A
back.
little bit of cherry pie.
Our president, George Bush. This is the Independent Media Center here in Washington, D.C. We're here with our president, George W. Bush, and we got a great song we want to play for you all that I found on the internet. And,
Thanks. Good job.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I know I must look good now. I like boat racing. I tell you what, I like to watch ESPN and the big hydroplane races that they have. But beyond that, I don't do foot races. And I really don't like presidential races. Just a necessary evil for the evil people to get ahead.
Mr. President, would you consider
Hi.
yourself an evil do-gooder?
I'm a do-good evildoer. Yeah. So the synonymous with that, I would say absolutely yes.
And I heard you're a big aficionado of baseball.
Love baseball. You know my background with baseball. Like to teach kids how to build character with baseball. Because baseball builds character. Builds.
In what sense?
How do you build character, sir?
To have character, you have to have balls.
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 Balls on the Shit Chat Show.
This is Shit Chat here in Washington,
So,
D.C. Tell me more about building character, sir.
how can you have one without the other? It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. You can have balls, you gotta have character. Just like Peter Sellers said in Return of the Pink Panther, without balls, you're nothing. Right?
Did he really say that?
Of course he did.
He did. I heard
You think I would
heard
misquote Peter Sellers?
it. I heard it.
You
He
did.
said it. Mr.
Okay.
President's right.
You heard me here first, so you can quote him now.
So,
Wow, you're such a trendsetter.
Mr. President,
Try to be cool for all people. I try to be president for all people.
something I really liked about Bill Clinton was he could play the saxophone.
Yeah, can you play a guitar or
Can you
anything?
play
What
like
can you
an
play?
instrument?
We got a guitar here. You want to play?
Wouldn't touch
Can you
it.
play us a tune?
Doesn't sound like
Wouldn't
he plays.
touch it.